Okay, starting. You want to start or you want me to start? Okay.
Sure. Hi, my name is Sal Greger, and I am president of Magnetic Advances, a division of LTech Inc. Um, Magnetic Advances was presented with the opportunity to develop research on this concept about a few years ago. This um, this concept that started off as a magnetic component that evolved into Z25. However, our engineers and technicians weren't that certain about the technology around that time, but the ADL concept that we developed, we decided to regrow it, and that's when we had the opportunity to pass on to audio concept. However, we have been given the charter to sell externally, so we are really looking forward to securing Z25 technology into our division to further profits in our company as well as a whole. I think our division, Magnetic Advances, could be set to the right direction to make profits out of Z25. I am looking forward to working with you guys and being able to negotiate um, growth amongst each other and see if we could launch this product and make profits out of it.
hmm Okay. And then I'm Chris Carlson, president of Audio Components. And I think that Audio Components should produce and sell this product. When ADL reached out to the Magnetic Advances team, the logical growth to do the development and research, Magnetic Advances engineers were dubious that ADL's concept could be developed, let alone commercially produced, and passed on opportunities to develop the new magnetic material. So, as a divisional president, I'm rewarded on the basis of the bottom line profitability, and the product my team created is extremely valuable. We saw the value, we made profit, and the development in the product. We don't just want to leave that, and we do want to work with your team to find a solution there. Z25 sold commercially. Although I would prefer for it not to be sold commercially, I do know the benefit of it. But my concern there is having direct competitors have access to Z25. And if sold commercially, Audio Components would turn it over to Magnetic Advances. And then because our division does not have the capacity or capability, so we won't be able to sell this product externally. And that's where we really would need Magnetic Advances help if we do choose to sell this externally. At the time, we do own the rights to Z25, and overall, our team will end up buying about 5 million in Z25 from your team if you all do sell it internally and externally. So the goal for me and for my team is to keep the product and sell it internally. Um, so my option for negotiation would be um, my negotiation deal with Magnetic Advances would be have Audio Components sell internally, and then after 20 months of the deal, we'll have Magnetic Advances sell externally, so sell it commercially, and provide Audio Components with 15% of the profits for each sale.
That sounds like a good deal, but um, the issue is that there's only, I think it's a 2 year shelf life. Is that what you guys have?
Mm-hmm.
How long is the shelf life?
The
Can
show
you the shelf life?
for Z25, the battery. I'm not sure of the shelf life of the battery of the Z25.
Uh, so well, there's an estimated 2 year lifeline expected
Mm-hmm.
for the magnetic as a result of manufacturing and selling Z25.
Mm-hmm.
So in this situation, because you're saying 20 months,
Mm-hmm.
20 months, that goes roughly around the 2 years. What are your plans and profits for both of us?
Yeah, so My plans actually are what I would like to do is I would like to actually sell this only internally. We generate the most profit when we sell it internally and when we don't sell it commercially. Um, so my ideal would just be to have Audio Components continue to produce Z25 because we still own the rights to it, and then just have the product sold internally and not have it sold commercially. However, if we would like to do something together where we collaborate, it would be that after we sell it, after 20 months, then you all could sell it. So that would leave you all 4 months to sell the product internally and externally. Um, yeah.
So you're saying so after the 20 months, we'll be able to split our ways and go or see. But my thing is, I think 20 months will be a little bit long because we're not even sure if we'll make profits.
Right. And that's the thing, right? So it's like we know that internally we will make profits, and it would be at a loss to us to basically, because once we hand over the product to you, we essentially won't make any profits from it, and we'll end up paying 5 million for the product anyway since we end up using it. So for us, it's not too beneficial to collaborate, and it makes more sense for us to continue to produce and sell the product internally only. So there's not really much of a benefit for us to pass on the product to Magnetic Advances.
Hmm. See, because that's our thing.
It's like finding that benefit. So like
Mhm.
yeah, like after that 18-month period, it's like there's 4 months. So after 20 months, there's 4 months that you all will be able to sell the product internally and externally. And you know that that's really, I don't know if that'll benefit you all, but for us not to sell it for that amount of time won't benefit us at all, especially after so much production and so much time that our team used to develop this product when ADL originally reached out to us to take it on. And internally, we've been making great sales, and that's for us. Like that's how we'll generate the most profit by keeping it internal.
But my question is, since there is a 2-year shelf life
Hmm.
for the product, is there any possibility that you guys will do some testings and see if the product could, go beyond the 2 years? Because we don't want to go for a loss.
Yeah.
We are trying as much as possible to make. I understand that we don't want to invest more money
Mhm.
into the product if there's nothing more
Right.
beyond the 2-year shelf life, because then we'll be at a loss.
Right, and that's the thing. That's the thing we're trying to figure out, and that will take time because right now, like it is sold internally. So we don't know if our direct competitors will want this, right? That's one of the reasons why we'd be partnering with you all to collaborate, because if they find out about this product and they want it and they feel as though it adds value to them, they're going to want it. So that's the risk in selling commercially. Our competitors may be like, wow, this is a really great product. And that's where your team would excel and advance from those sales, right? So, in no way does selling commercially help us. It actually hurts us because we lose money and then we also lose the product that we just spent like so long creating. So I think that's the negotiation, because for us, selling externally and commercially, it just doesn't work. It logically makes no sense for us to do. Um, but it will benefit if the product is really good and a lot of competitors do want it. So I think that's that risk part of it, the timing and knowing, like, is it something our competitors will want or is it something they may not want? So that's the risk on both ends.
Okay, so what offer are you giving us in terms of months? Like,
Yeah.
what are you looking for as profits for yourselves? Um,
Yeah. So essentially, right now, our goal is that we'll make for the lifetime of the product, we'll make 55 million in net profits to Auto Components, and that's with us producing Z25 and having it sold internally. That's the most we will ever make. That's our best decision, and that's the one I'm sticking with. However, with giving in consideration the risk and uncertainty of how the product will perform after that 2-year period, which will be not after 24 months, but actually after 20 months with you all, our decision was to have Audio Components sell to Magnetic Advances. So during that 20-month period, we'll be selling Z25. We'll be selling it internally. No one will have access to Z25 for 20 months.
So you're trying, I'm sorry to interrupt you. So you're trying to buy us out so you guys could sell it?
No, we own it. We created the product. We created it. We created it because when ADL originally came to Magnetic Advances to make the product, you all said no, you didn't want to do it. So that's when Audio Components had the opportunity to do a little bit more research into what the product was, what it was, and if we could create it. And we did create it. We created it, and then your team saw the value in it, but you all didn't want to create it. So essentially, we developed this whole product, and then we're selling it to you all because we would like to sell it to you all. Well, not would like to, but that's an option because you all see potential value in this product. You see that there may be profit in the product. But right now, we would like to, so we would keep the product now. We would keep it for 20 months. Then after 20 months, we'd pass it off to you all. And then after that, we would expect you all to provide us with 15% of the profit for each sale. So we still get money from the product. The other decision is we would just keep selling it internally. We would just produce and sell the product internally.
So in terms of profits, how much profits are you looking for? What percentage?
15% per sale.
Okay. So, but we're profiting at 15% as well. So is there a way that we could lower that because we won't be making as much profits and then we could keep it evenly?
Well, the issue with that is we'd be taking the hit regardless because we'd be then giving our product to you. We wouldn't be making 15%. And then we'd still have to buy our product from you because we need to use it. And that would result in $5 million that we would need in our product that we already have. So that wouldn't work for us.
All right. Because in our situation, we're not going to be making as much profit on it.
Yeah.
And our win and win is to make profit as well.
Yeah.
So we will want to make profit. So my thing is, if we could come to an agreement and, divide it half and half, then we'll be able to, make profits for both. You'll make profit, I'll make profit, and then we could go from there.
The thing is, doing anything less than 15% wouldn't give us that $5 million that we're already paying.
So what are you guaranteeing that our company will make profits out of this and we won't be at a loss?
Well, that's the risk in it. So that's the risk in it, is making that decision on if you think the product will be profitable. And from the study, I think that it will be profitable, but if you all don't believe it won't be profitable, then it will probably be best for us to keep it internally and have it sold internally.
But then that will be at a loss for you guys.
That would be
at a loss for us, actually. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That would be a loss for us because we're trying to make profit as well as your company's trying to make profit. And our company is known worldwide. So you guys wouldn't want to lose us as a buyer because we will at least make profits out of it. So can you go again with the negotiation again? What would you guarantee us so that we could, make profits, you guys can make profits, and then we could, grow this product?
Mm-hmm.
Because we
So
don't want to involve competitors.
yeah.
We know that we could grow this product working together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So ultimately, collaborating would, we would be at a loss. Like we would be at a loss collaborating, because we would benefit more financially if we kept the product internal and if we only sold it. And also, by us keeping the product internal and having only my team sell it internally, that means that direct competitors won't have access to it. So they'll never know about it. So by us collaborating, we take on the risk of our competitors having access to our product and them replicating it. And then also us losing potential profits, because if they replicate it and make it better, then we will lose money. And your team will too, actually. So on our end, it makes the most sense for me and my team to continue to produce Z25 and sell it internally.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is a tricky decision.
It is. I know.
It really is.
We do this on purpose.
Mm-hmm. So, in terms of profits for us, so you're looking at how much?
Well, that depends on like how much profit. I'm not sure how much profit you all will get from this deal. I'm not sure what those numbers would look like for you all if you sold the product commercially. I don't know what that market is for Z25. And I'm not sure what our competitors are doing with it or what they'd hope to do with it. I know that right now selling internally is providing us with the greatest revenue than all of our other options.
So will we be able to push how much percentage will we be getting for the products?
After the 20 months, we just want 15%.
Well, we can't work with 50% because we'll be at a loss.
Okay.
We will need at least 10%.
Okay. We won't be able to make a deal because we would be at a loss if we were to do that.
Yeah, we won't be able to because we'll be at a loss as well.
Okay. That works for both of us then.
Yeah. So
Unfortunately, no deal.
no deal. There won't be
Okay.
to work around it.
Yeah, because we both have to generate profit for both of our departments. So
Yeah, I understand.
okay. All right. I'm going to stop the broadcast right now.